Hey there everybody, Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
This video is a reaction to The Voice results. We are here on the other side of The Voice Red Wedding. We have lost 4 singers and
Yep. Bloody murder.
I don't think there's no shock akin to that season 3 Game of Thrones episode in which I am referencing, but it's still sad. I mean, there's a couple of exits I'm bummed about, but there's also some people who made it to the finale I am pleased with as well.
Yep.
Before we do anything though, if you like this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we will of course continue to be here to break down The Voice leading into the end of this season. So how I think we should do this is we'll talk first about the 3 people who moved on without any help from the save, and then we'll go through all of that sort of stuff that went down, who didn't even get to perform for the save, which I am particularly salty about, and then also the final result. But let's begin with
the 3 that went through. Yeah, there's no surprises here for me.
No, big shock, America. Kadan, who's probably going to be like throwing confetti in the air a week from now, is moving on to the finale.
Yes, and she should be. I think, as many people out there think, she is so incredible and that she is probably going to win the show.
Yeah, she's probably going to win, and I think she must.
I don't think anyone's going to be mad about that.
No, and she's got to be like doing a little inner dance because I feel like the consensus on a lot of internet corners that I've seen is that her performance last night was probably the worst one that she's done on the live shows, and that's with it still being really, really good. It just wasn't like melt your face off spectacular.
Yeah, a bad performance or a worse performance from Katie is still an amazing performance, and that's why she's probably going to win The Voice.
Yeah, probably so. And she went first. That didn't deter her. She didn't need to save. She's going to be fine. Basically, if you're one of these 3, you at least know you have probably a 1 in 3 chance of winning because, let's be honest, people who get saves usually don't end up winning because they don't have as big of a fan support base.
It's true.
All right, so now Jake Hoot is, he is hooting his way to the finale, and
yeah, he is, and again, no surprise here.
No.
The country fans came out for him. He's got a really smooth voice, so I am not surprised that he's here, and I'm happy that he is. As a non-country fan that doesn't listen to any country music, I'm glad that he's there. He just seems like a nice person that has a really strong voice. I'm excited for him.
I have an angel and a devil on my shoulder with this.
Okay.
The angel is like, just celebrate him. He seems like a nice enough guy. He's got a good voice. He gave a really good performance. And then the devil is like, it's another country singer in the Voice finale. And I have seen about 2,000 of them.
I get it, but it's not like we have an all-country ending here. We have one country singer.
It's better than it's been in past seasons where it feels like I'm watching the CMAs in the finale, and it's just like, this is okay. And Jake's a good singer.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a dark horse contender. I do think there is a reasonable chance we're sitting here next week talking about Jake Hoot as the winner of The Voice. It's not that I necessarily want that, but it's that, we've seen enough country people win to know that that is a feasible possibility.
Yeah, for sure.
Third person, Ricky Duran, nice enough guy, Team Blake. He's got that following. He does a lot of nostalgic songs.
Nice voice.
Yeah, like it's really just like straight down the middle here. And I mean, that's the thing with Ricky. Like he hasn't done that one performance that like made my eyes just like burst through my glasses, but he's consistently really, really good. He, I think, does a lot of that sort of classic rock, sort of southern rock, all that kind of stuff that a lot of people out there like. Blake just has like a catalog of things he does really well with as a coach, and it's like,
yeah, he does, and that's why he and his people win the show often.
Yes.
So I'm not going to be surprised if we do end up talking about somebody from his team next week.
Yeah, and it is an interesting stat that Carson pulled out at the end. We actually have an artist for every single team in the finale.
And it's been years.
Yeah.
Or seasons. So, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's everybody. Nobody's going to be just, like, sitting there. By the way.
But there is still the Blake Shelton effect.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not going to be surprised if we're going to be here talking about,
Probably, yeah.
again, another one of his artists have won the show.
If I was a coach and I didn't have anyone in the finale, I would be putting so much stuff into that drink cup that you're probably not supposed to put into, and I would have a really good time at the finale. That is all that I'm gonna
So
say.
you're gonna be Don Lemon on New Year's
I
Eve,
will
except
be-
on The Voice, getting drunker as the show is going on.
Don, I'm waiting for you. It's been a long time. Don is like my best friend for once a year.
Yes, he is.
He's everyone's best friend once a year. But okay, this isn't about Don Lemon. Okay, so, yeah, well, we'll talk about the Save Me people, but I mean, speaking of booze, let's pour one out here for Mary Beth Bird and, Will.
Yeah,
Will Breman. I mean, Mary Beth, she needed the save last week, so it's no surprise she's eliminated here. But, okay, I said last night that I thought Will was going to be the recipient of the person who I'm upset about getting cut right before the finale. There's usually one person that this happens to me on every single season. I would have been content with him going home and still getting a chance to at least sing for his life. But Will not singing for his life, what sort of voodoo is this, The Voice? What did Will do to your fans to make him not like him?
I just feel like Will is too rock and roll for this show. He is a performer like nobody else on this show. Will wasn't my favorite, but he definitely wasn't someone that I wasn't enjoying. He was somebody that has this performance about him. He has a really good voice, and I like his voice, but the thing that I loved about him was how he worked the stage. He worked the crowd. He can jump off and jump around, jump off the stage and not lose breath, not lose footing. He is a performer like I don't really usually see on the show. Usually I see a lot of people standing, walking slowly around and singing gorgeous, but not this. So Will is just a very special breed of singer that this show may just not be ready for a Will.
John Legend, I'm sending this out to you. You're a musical guy. Will's a musical guy. Put him on one of your albums. Give the man a chance to get a little bit more of a spotlight. If I'm not getting him in the finale, I gotta have something here.
I don't think that Will needs John, to be
doesn't.
honest. I think this platform for him, with as rock and roll as he is, the performer that he is, the charisma that he has, he's going to be okay. I don't think he's going to be, selling out grand stadiums, but I think he's going to be one of those artist that is a working artist and is living off his craft. I see it for him.
Yeah, and I think he would probably be more than happy with that as a career. I think he will be all right. I think he's probably more prepared to make original music right now than almost anyone else on this season, except for maybe Katie. I would say maybe Katie's maybe a little bit more prepared, but they're similar in that way.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this save, because we have Hello Sunday, Cat Hammock, and also Rose Short, and let's just be honest here. This didn't really feel fair. It almost was like if you were playing a video game and, you compete against Cat Hammock, you compete against Hello Sunday. I mean, I think they're both certainly nice enough, but it was almost like the difficulty level there was like easy to normal. And then it was like Rose Short, final boss, super hard mode.
Yeah, it was not close. And I say that as somebody who really liked Hello Sunday a lot. I was not as much of a fan of Cat as everyone else. I love Rose. It wasn't close. I would have been this would be a very different video if Rose was not there. I just couldn't see any other way that this was going to fall after that performance from Rose.
I don't know what would have happened. There probably would have been crying. There probably would have been shouting and
I would
recounts.
have been cursing.
I don't know what it would have. I mean, the thing was, I think Hello Sunday, they're a really bizarre sort of act in that I feel like they have these moments that are really, really great. I think they had some moments that were really, really great in their Save Me song, but then they also had moments that were really shaky, and this is just the product of their age, and
yeah, some of it might be age, some of it just might be their voices in general. Now, the thing that I like about Hello Sunday is that they each have a very powerful voice. And I'm not even going to sit here and be like, and they're 14. I don't care how old you are. Their voices alone are beautiful, powerful, incredible. When they do hit notes together, it is like another universe of singing. When they don't hit them together, it's a problem. Because then you hear how powerful each of them are, and it's just clashing with each other. So that's why it's been easy for me to want to be on their side, because when they hit, it is really magic.
And I think they will probably hit more and more in the years to come, and that's probably why I've kept saying that I wish they were on this show like a few years later when they had even more practice and even more training, because they're going for it, and I appreciate that. I appreciate people who are bold. It's just, it's a little bit more hit and miss inevitably with this, and it's just with Rose, it's just hit that run. And I mean, I'm pretty
that run. I was like shrieking at my computer screen watching it. It was so good. I can't get over her voice.
And I'm pretty tired of You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, because I've heard it about 2,000 times on singing shows, but when it's done this well, I can't complain about it. And it's just like, it was so much going on, and the runs, all this sort of stuff. So Rose,
yeah, she came out, final boss them right into the ground. There was no competition there. Sorry to everybody else, but there was no competition.
There really wasn't. By the way, the voice, why do you put the graph up that shows the percentages? Because it's like, we already kind of know, and you're also like depriving us of like any suspense at all. Like,
well, yeah, if you've got 50% for Rose and the other two have 25 and 25, how much is that really going to change in the 2 minutes that the commercials are on? Like, guys, no, it's Rose. You've just told us who won, and I'm happy with it.
I'm happy with it, but you could have at least preserved the excitement for another minute or two and just let us like stew in possible anger that you were going to get rid of Rose before the finale. I didn't have enough time to get worked up in an angry fashion because they didn't let us do that.
That's good.
Is it?
Yes, because this is a celebratory video for Rose, who made it through. We've got Katie, who made it through. Ricky, we got Hoot 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 making it through. This is a good group. I haven't been the biggest Ricky fan, but that being said, I think he has a really great voice. I'm going to be okay with any of these people winning. Although I really want Katie.
Yeah.
Or I really want Rose. I just love her.
I think they will both be good winners. I think Katie's the most original of the people that are left.
Yes.
So I would like to see her win with that in mind. But let's just hold back the brakes. We'll see how everybody does next week. They're going to have a lot of performances.
Well, let's say this too. Who do you think out of this group, if they don't win, will still end up going on to making music, having an album, having a career? Because if Katie doesn't win this, to me, I can still see her going forward and becoming something just magical, making records. People are going to want to work with that voice.
I think Katie will be fine, and I think Katie's going to have a career. I mean, but, with that being said, I still want her to also win The Voice, and I want her to have everything, because I think it can help her go to the next level. The only thing I obviously worry about, I don't know what the record arrangement is with The Voice anymore, where are you going to get sort of tied into some arbitrary record deal with some people who don't really understand or care or want to nurture you and
kind of crush your rising star while it's hot.
Yeah, like I used to remember Adam Levine was like openly pleading with record companies on The Voice to give people a chance because they shaft way too many of these people all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
but out of those people that are there,
yeah,
if none of them were going to win, if they don't win, she's really the one that I do see going forward and having a career. What about you?
Yeah, I think she will go forward and have a career. I think the other ones, it's a little bit more. I think they can do well. I think they can have a future in music. It just sort of depends where they end up. Jake, there are a ton of male country singers
There are.
in Nashville right now. That's very, very competitive. Ricky, he could probably do a lot of different things. The challenge for Rose is that there aren't a lot of singers like her being played on the radio anymore. And I think, well, I could say the same thing about Katie. I think they're both going to have sort of unconventional paths, but
Maybe, I mean, because you do look at some singers like Adele who have great, big, powerful voices like that, and she's on the radio all the time, so it's possible.
it's possible. But I think it's going to be tricky. It always is after The Voice. I just hope that there's some fun stuff next week. And give them good original songs, please.
Yes.
We have heard some... No, I don't even want to use words to describe the ones we've heard in the past.
Yes.
Every now and then you get a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hear from you guys. What do you want to see on The Voice finale? Who are you rooting for? I think we're both Team Katie. But, we'd be happy with just about anybody. Let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking that link in the description to the CARTERMATT store, and we'll see you here next time.